Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers MP-55 masterpiece, Nightbird. Nightbird here is a remold and redeco of the MP-51 RC, which I previously reviewed, you should check it out. And this is based on her brief appearance in the Generation 1 cartoon. Nightbird is a fairly obscure character, and this is one of only a handful of toys that she's gotten over the years. But the character has popped up more in recent years, especially with toys, and is likely to experience some new popularity thanks to being in the next live-action Transformers film, which has not come out yet at the time of this video being uploaded. Starting off, we'll take a look at the packaging. It's pretty much the standard masterpiece box. Got Transformers masterpiece in the corner with the Decepticon purple and logo, Nightbird in her robot mode, Nightbird in her car mode. Down here, Nightbird Shadow, it's all one word. Decepticon logo, MP-55, of course the long life design, Takara Tomy. Side here you got a image of Nightbird in her vehicle mode. On the back it's the usual product shots and everything that I unfortunately can't read. Got the accessories included, all the poses you can do, where the accessories can go. You have an image of her robot mode on the side here, and of course on the top, Transformers. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. Alright, since this is how she comes packaged, we'll be starting in the vehicle mode, and I love this. It looks great. Obviously, this is the mode where she most resembles RC, with most of it being exactly the same except for right here, and even that's mostly just because of the remold for the chest and robot mode. But the colors here are fantastic. I love the black, love the gray. Got sort of the yellow windshield here, some purple here and there. Decepticon logo right there on the front. Got some nice detail there with like a steering wheel and just all sorts of little buttons and stuff. It looks great. Unfortunately, I do have some paint scuffs here and there. You can see some here, and I think I have some on this side as well, mostly just on the gray. She rolls pretty well, thankfully. None of the kibble or anything like that gets in the way. Her weapon storage is exactly the same as RC. You can store the smaller gun under here, which is also the storage for it in robot mode. And of course, she has the two slots here on the back. I'm using her 2SAI as an example. So yeah, there might not be too much to this, especially compared to RC, but that's kind of to be expected given that she is remolded from RC. And speaking of which, we shall use her as a comparison here. And yeah, as you can see, pretty much everything, just in terms of the molded details and stuff, is exactly the same except for the fronts. Got some nice yellow back here for these. But yeah, I think the car form is great and it looks really good in these colors. I still like RC a lot too, but Nightbird just looks really nice. And to be honest, that's about it for Nightbird's vehicle mode. Pretty much the same as RC, same weapon storage and everything. Just, you know, a slightly remolded front end and some different colors. Obviously that's not a bad thing, it's just, it is what it is. But it looks great. Her transformation, except for one tiny step, is exactly the same as RC's. The only thing different is Nightbird has a part of her head that folds out and that you have to fold back down, but functionally speaking, it is exactly the same. So Nightbird will go from this to this, and I like this robot mode. There's not a ton of differences from RC. Obviously there's the colors, the head, and the chest. So I mean, I do think it provides enough visual distinction. You can get real picky with me, like, you know, the arms or the legs, but still, I think she looks good and does enough to be different from RC. You do have to be careful with posing. She does still have some of those stability issues from RC, but she can still get into some pretty cool poses. I still think the colors work very well here. Just that gray, black, and purple looks great. The head sculpt especially looks great. They really nailed Nightbird's look, and it's already a very cool design, so it's awesome to have this look so good. Moving on to the accessories, she has a mix of some things from RC, new stuff, and surprisingly, something from an old figure of Nightbird's. Starting off, we'll look at her pair of SAI. I love these. I love the little bit of paint. You know, I think the color's pretty cool. These are the ones I typically display her with the most. Just overall, I think these are pretty cool, and I don't believe I have any other Transformer that has, you know, SAI. Heck, is there even another one? Just in general, not even one that I have? Can't think of any off the top of my head. Then she's got ninja stars, which are pretty cool, and it can be a little awkward to have her hold them and stuff, but I think it works for what it is, although you can't really do much with them. Obviously, they fit into the hand with the tabs here. She's got a swappable face that I believe is based off of a manga that she was in, and I don't really display her with this, but I mean, it's an option if you want it. She's got these two swords, which are pretty cool, and again, they tab in like normal. And the cool thing is the blades pop out, so if you want to have her posed without them, you can. And you can also take the longer blast effect and plug it in and have sort of a, you know, more destructive looking lightsaber, I guess. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool though. Then getting into stuff that is reused news, she comes with these two big swords, which I believe are from her Legends figure from a while back. And they're neat, but I feel like they're also kind of just a bit much. I feel like they don't really fit in with this figure, but once again, it's cool that they're here as an option. Now, the rest of these are shared from RC. You got this small pistol here, which is pretty cool. Only fits into the one hand just like RC, and also stores in the left shoulder pylon. And then she's got this gun and holster, and the holster can fit on either leg, although it's really kind of meant to go on the left leg, but this gun can fit into either hand. And then you got all of the blast effects, like this one, which will only fit on the small pistol, this one which can fit on the gun that goes into the holster, and then the previously shown big one that can also go into the bigger gun and also into the sword handle. So yeah, there is some pretty cool stuff here with some very cool posing options, even if a lot of it is reused. She also has a gimmick, and this is where the swappable faces come in, where you can take off her sort of ninja mask and have a sort of G1 looking face. And it's neat, it's cool that it's there as an option, and it's okay, but I don't really like it, especially with her sort of like long chin thing. I just feel like it all kind of looks weird. I definitely prefer her with the mask on. One thing that I also wanted to point out was the fact that I've had some paint chipping here, well maybe more so paint rubbing, you can see. I'm pretty sure this is from the transformation, but you know, just watch out with this. Unfortunately, she is prone to some paint chipping here and there. And now for a few size comparisons. Here she is with MP-56 Megatron. Here she is with MP Shockwave. And here she is with the figure that she was remolded from, RC. And you know, it's pretty cool to see the differences between the two. And you know, I do feel like the few bits that are remolded, like of course the head, and then you know, with the colors and whatnot, like it does a pretty good job of looking different. I think it's mainly the backpack that just kind of adds to, you know, looking a lot like RC. Like with the transformation, I'm not going to be showing off the articulation just because it is basically the same as RC's. So, you know, if you watched a video on RC or of course have her, you pretty much know what you're getting into with that figure's articulation. So overall, I like MP Nightbird a lot. She's not a necessity for the collection, I would say, unless you just really want Nightbird. And I mean, she was a character in the cartoon, so if you do want that complete cast, here you go. She's not as accurate as she could be, and of course the base mold that she is based on is a bit flawed, but I honestly like the MPRC mold and I like Nightbird. Colors are great. I love the remolded parts. The accessories are awesome. So overall, I would definitely recommend this one, but mostly only if you're a big Nightbird fan or just want a complete cast of the G1 characters. Sucks, man. I've had this figure for over a year now and I'm only just now finishing the video review. But yes, that has been Masterpiece Nightbird. Do you have MP Nightbird? And if so, do you like her? And even though this isn't the G1 version, are you excited to see the character in Transformers Rise of the Beasts? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the review, and as always, I want to give a big thanks to everyone for watching, and have a good one.